Hey, welcome back. Van here. Today I'm going to show you how to set this circular saw blade sharpener up. I've got an old cheap blade here we're going to use. We're going to set this up. I'm going to show you how to cut or actually sharpen the angle bevels here. Plus I'm going to show you how to sharpen the face of this, how to change out the wheel, how to clean the blade before sharpening. So there's a lot of stuff that you're not going to want to miss in this video if you're going to want to sharpen your own saw blade. So watch the whole thing, because I guarantee you there's going to be something that you're going to want to know about this, and I'm going to tell you about it. So when you get this, you need to mount this to a stationary area, desk or whatever. So use these holes right here, mark it with a marker, drill a hole, put it in there. But there's one thing you need to do is cut an access hole underneath here so that you can move this. There's different settings underneath here, and you might want to use a different slot. So you're going to need an access hole underneath there to be able to move this bolt over and put this in another slot. Also, when you get this, you're going to have to install the handle. It takes a 10mm wrench. Just put the handle on. You're going to want to put the guard here on. It's a Phillips screw, so use a Phillips screwdriver and install that. There's also some Phillips screw heads right here that you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver for. One of the first things that you want to do before you put a blade on is use a 14mm wrench. The stuff that they send you, you're not going to be able to use it, because I tried using it and it wouldn't even loosen bolts up. They were spreading. So get you a 14mm wrench. You're going to want to loosen this up. This is the blade support right here. You want to lower it to the lowest position so it's not in the way when you install your blade in a minute. Next, we're going to change out the wheels. You've got a diamond wheel that's used to sharpen the face of the blade only, both carbide and steel tips. And then you've got the emery wheel, which is used to sharpen the face or the tooth back, and it's only used on steel tips. Remove these 3 screws that holds the guard on. One screw got stripped out, so don't use a cordless screwdriver. Use a regular screwdriver or you'll strip out the hole like I did. Next, you're going to want to rotate. See that hole there? Put that in there. 17mm wrench. Bring it down. Unscrew this. Remove the flange. Remove the existing wheel and the other flange. To install this, you put flange washer on, the bevel side facing out, another flange washer, put the nut on, tighten it up, but don't over tighten it, you can break the wheel. Now we're going to replace this with the diamond wheel, and there's something that you need to see while I'm doing this. If you don't do it right, it's going to wobble really bad. And this thing's kind of awkward getting off. So you've got 2 sides to this. The small side is the side that fits in here, and you want the label facing out. So the small side facing out, the wheel, you want to make sure that it's sitting on top of there, and you want the flat side facing out. Hold all that in place, put the nut on, tighten it clockwise. And when you get your circular saw blade, find the one that you want to use. This is just a piece of junk blade right here. First thing you want to do is clean it, get the pitch off of it. You want to locate which way that the pitch goes. These are 10-degree pitches, and I actually use magnifying glass to see it. But the side that's marked means that the bevel is going like that. Same thing right here, the bevel is going like that. And when you put this on here, you want the tips to be facing clockwise. Before we mount this blade on here, I want to show you something else. Is that the smaller blade, you would take and move this whole motor that way. And you can do that with 4 Allen screws down here on the bottom. Loosen those 4 Allen screws up. What I did earlier was I actually marked right here. So slide the whole motor back. For a blade like we're going to do today, it's a 10-inch blade. We've got it set right here, but for a larger blade, you want to move this motor all the way forward. You'll just have to play with it however you think you need it to be for whatever you're going to be doing. The first thing that you want to do is sharpen the angle, the bevel of the blade. We're going to put the emery wheel back on, and this guard gets in the way while we're doing this. We're going to leave that out of the way. Don't forget to take your Allen wrench back out. Remove this. Place this on here. Position it in there. Spring, washer, wing nut. Screw it down till it's tight. Now back it up some. Now it moves free. It doesn't have any slop to it. To put the angle on it, we're going to want to slide this motor back. We hadn't tightened it down yet. Keep the blade out of the way. We're going to want to loosen this up. Don't loosen these screws up, because that'll change your degree scale. Alright, we're going to want to put this on 10 degrees. Tighten it down. Don't tighten it too much because it's cheap metal here. I see that it eats into it. Alright. Let's see. The first thing we're going to do is sharpen the bevel that goes that way, because that's the way that the angle's going. What I did was, you need to move this thing forward for where it's going to be cutting at. And set it. Lock it down right there. Bring this blade stop up. Brought that up till it stopped, and I'm going to tighten this nut up. Now I'm going to tighten the motor down. Alright, that's tight. So you want to make sure everything's tight. And it may take you a few times to get this set up right. Like that's not right. Okay, we're going to sharpen every other blade, and we're going to get the ones that's got the mark right here. If you got the blade standing up, then the bevel is going like that. So now what we need to do is move this out of the way so you can see. We're going to change the angle of this again. Loosen this one up. Yeah, loosen this one up. We're going to change the angle to 10 degrees the opposite direction. Tighten her down. Bring this back in. Oh, make sure that you got the motor pulled forward when you're doing this. Okay, it's moving. Let's try it right there. Yeah. Okay. Alright, now we're going to do the face of it. So now we're going to move the motor forward again. Change out the stone, whatever you want to call it, the disc. Alright. Make sure there ain't no wobble to it. Good deal. Move your motor forward. Alright. And this around. Whew, sweating. That blade back on there. Okay. Lock. First thing you want to do is lock this one down. Set screw on the bottom. We'll bring this back some more. It was too deep inside here. Okay. Takes a second to get this thing adjusted right. Loosen this one up again. Just a little bit. And turn this blade. Now lock it down. Alright. Okay. Let's put this guard back on. Let's show you about this blade stop. So you've got this, you bring it in till it takes care of that whole blade. That's when you set your blade stop, and that's your blade stop right there. You loosen that set screw up and move it. You just don't want that blade to come down in here. You want to just get the tip. Alright, we're going to turn it on. Pull it. You want to mark the tooth you start on. Like I got this X right here, but I'm not going to sharpen this whole blade because it's not a good blade. when you're doing it, you can hear the sound of the cut change. When it levels out, that lets you know that it's cut the same, that it's not going to take off any more because of that stop right there. The stop isn't going to let it take off any more than what that blade will turn. See, it's not going to turn any farther than that. So if you're going to go 2 times around, you want to set this blade stop again. There, you want it to where that it's going to take off more, because if you go around a second time with it sitting here like it is, then it's going to take off the same amount. Check out the video description. You can find where to buy one of these or better ones on Amazon. I actually learned how to do this taking a carpentry class, and we had a setup that was not like this. We had a better one, but this is okay just for household use, you know. So check that out in the video description. Also, leave a comment in the comment section, and check out other videos that I've got in the DIY home improvement area of my YouTube channel. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching, and you come back.